And we're back. Day 2, ZK Summit. Welcome back. I hope most of you have returned. If you see friends are missing, ping them, tell them it's kicked off again. So yeah, this is day 2 of the zkSummit6. Yesterday was amazing. It was so much fun to see these presentations and to get all of these amazing questions from everyone in the chat. I hope we get to do that again today. I said this yesterday, but I kind of want to remind anyone and actually tell anyone who's just joining for the first time, this summit originally came out of something called the Zero Knowledge Podcast. If you aren't already subscribed to it or haven't never heard of it, please check it out. The Zero Knowledge Podcasts kind of spawned this community that we have the ZK Summit. We also have some other channels you should check out. For example, check out the Telegram group if you're not already in it. Check out the YouTube channel. We're going to be putting the links in the chat. Just like as we go. So keep an eye for that. Yeah, on the YouTube channel, there's something called the ZK Study Club where we do deeper dives into specific topics with kind of like the experts in the space. So that might be interesting. Oh yeah, and there's I think I said this yesterday, there's a subreddit that I'm trying to grow called, what is it? Our ZK Podcast. Go check that out because I would also love to have a few more people on there. Okay. Let's talk about this event. So welcome back. This is day 2. You are currently on Hopin. I know for those who were there yesterday, this is a repetition, but just for anyone who's just joined, there's a reception area where you can see the schedule. There's the stage, which is the main stage for us in the sort of online schedule. And then the sessions are the breakout stages. There's also chat on the side, and there's actually like 3 chats. There's event, session, or stage, and direct messages. So just kind of pay attention to where you're putting your messages to make sure that the right people are seeing it. There's also the ZK Telegram, as I mentioned. So yesterday, we had an after party at gather.town, and we're going to actually be spending the break for this, for day 2 in gather.town again. So we'll be sharing the link to that around the break time, and I do hope we can all go hang out there. At Gather, you get these little avatars, and you can kind of like walk up to people and meet them. And so it's a really cool way to get to know the other participants. Let me tell you a bit about the schedule today. Actually, you can see the full schedule at zkSummit.com. That's probably the best way to see it. But coming up on this stage, we have Daniel Benarock from Kedit speaking about privacy-preserving insight generation across siloed databases, followed by Alex from Matter Labs, who's going to be talking about Zinc. On the breakout stage, we have actually Jordi's going to present after me, and he's going to tell you a little bit about what he's doing over on the breakout stage just after this. And then later on today, we have Leo from Algorand, who's going to be talking about point proofs. So you want to check that out. We then have our break, and then we have more programming after, but I'll come back in the break to explain it. Yeah, so I want to just quickly say thanks again to our sponsors, Interchain Foundation and Hermez Network, Cello, Least Authority, Tezos Foundation, and the Zero Knowledge Validator, Oasis Foundation, Minna, Protocol Labs, NewCypher, and Aztec. So this is the hashtag. You can see us on Twitter. And now I'm actually going to pass it off to Jordi from Hermez Network, who's going to share a little bit about what he's going to be doing in his workshop and a little bit about the project. So I'm going to invite Jordi now.
Hello.
Hey.
Jana.
Take it away, Jordi.
Well, thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much, Anna, for handling this event. I think probably is the most important event in the zero knowledge space, and it's an honor to be here and to be to sponsor this event. Well, I'm gonna do a small presentation of what's Hermes. I know that a lot of you already know what it is, but I'm gonna go very fast through the presentation, and then in the side stage, in the breakup sessions, I will go very deep in the current smart contracts and circuits, especially in the circuits parts. I will go data structures, how we do the things internally. I'm going to go very much in the internals of Hermez networks. So let's start. So what's Hermes? Well, Hermes is mainly it's a ZK rollup. Let me share the screens first of all. There we go. So there we go. See, well, Hermes is a zk rollup. The standard zk rollup that's running on Ethereum and has the, well, it's mainly for payments with tokens, with any ERC20 tokens and Ethereum. It can handle about 2,000 transactions with if we get all the current gas, so if we fulfill all the blocks of Ethereum. But this is the starting point. And mainly what we want to do is we want to build a decentralized rollup. So it's a community build, a community driven and sustainable, and mainly it's fully decentralized. We want anybody to be able to be a coordinator, and we want this also to be we want to minimize the governance, so we want this to be fully running and without fully decentralized, so that we cannot do anything. It's just a system that just works. The technology that's beyond the Hermes network is mainly zkSummit6, is the original zkSummit6. We are using mainly Grow 16. This is the one that has the lowest footprint right now in for the gas. In the gas price on Ethereum, so we will stick very much on there. Of course, it's a quite vital tested technology. I want to give here a special thanks to the Zcash people for bringing up this technology. We are just using all their work, so that's just want to just tell thank you to them, especially from here. Okay, and one of the main things is how the network coordinators how they work. Well, network coordinators mainly what they do is they synchronize the chain, they receive the transactions from all the users, and they generate these rollups and these zk proof. But how do we select who's the next coordinator? Well, in Hermes, what we do is we do a kind of auction. We call it this a proof of donation, but mainly what it is that we split the time in 10 minutes slots, and then there is just an auction. People can just bid who is willing to pay more for this slot, and the one that's willing to pay more, this is the one that gets a slot. And they can, during this slot, they can forge. They can create as many batches as they can. So if they have a good hardware and they have a lot of transactions and they can mine a lot of roll-up transactions, then they will get more fees. So they will be willing more to pay more for this specific slot. Just mention that at the beginning we will have a boot coordinator that will forge blocks in case that there is not enough transactions. But we hope that this boot coordinator very soon, people just will beat them, and it's going to be other coordinators that will forge the transactions. Well, for paying for all this auction, we are using a token. The token is already launched. It's already in Uniswap and in some exchanges, and well, it's part of the system. And the cool thing is that this token, when what we do with the bidding, when somebody bids, what the system does with these tokens. That mainly is what the value of the fees, because at the end is more or less the fees of the that you are paying. Well, here what we do is 30% of this is burned. 40% is going to be given to the layer one, in this case Ethereum. So the Ethereum layer one will start probably to a Gitcoin account, maybe through a Ethereum Foundation Gitcoin account, but this is not this will go to the layer one in some way, and the remaining 30% will go back to the users of the rollup of the Hermes rollup network. Some of the properties we will support atomic swaps from the first day. I think exchanges will love that, to build things on top with this property. Also doing payment channels. So there is a lot of things that you can do with this simple functionality that we include in the first version of the rollup. We are also adding in the first version massive migrations, so we can move massively. We can aggregate transactions in a block that will go to a smart contract. Being able to exit to a smart contract, this is very interesting for massive migrations and for payment channels and for other layer 2 for connecting different platforms for layer 2. So we start with a very simple but specific massive migrations from the layer 1. This is something new that we just added in the last days, and we figured out how to do that. And yeah, we're also building a wallet, a reference wallet for sending, for using the network in the first day. Here are some of the screenshots. We are also building Hermes, a batch explorer for checking the transactions. And we're also building an API so that the applications can use API just to send, receive tokens through the Hermez network. And well, what's the launch roadmap? Well, right now we are just testing. We don't want to launch it until we are at least comfortable that everything is safe and everything is in place. Right now we are testing. I hope that during the Christmas we are running a public testnet, and just after Christmas, I hope, let's see, maybe first quarter. We don't know when and how, but at the first quarter we hope to do the mainnet launch. Right now, the circuits and the smart contracts are already published. Circuits have already passed 2 audits. Smart contracts have passed 2 audits. Circuits have passed 1 audit, but we need code reviewers. And yeah, what I'm gonna do in the breakout session is mainly go through the circuits, explain the details of the circuits, explain the details of the data structures that we are using in order to try to engage people that want to code review these circuits. Also, probably at the end of this week, maybe next week, we'll start the phase 2 ceremony, so everybody is able to join. We will send a link for anybody that's interested to run this phase 2 ceremony. And that's it. That's mainly what Hermes is. So I hope
Very cool. Sorry, were you about to say something? I didn't mean to cut you off there. Is my audio not good?
Yep. Hello, Anna.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, I wondered if there was some questions, and it seems like
just go ahead. If you have questions, I don't know how we are in time, but I'm fine. Just
I think we're actually okay. We have like 14 minutes.
Yeah,
so Dara was asking
questions. A lot of questions.
Okay, Dara was asking what language or APIU are the Hermes circuits written in?
Circuits are written in Circum. We are
or API. Yeah.
The API is going to be mainly for JavaScript, but we are also maybe we do some. We are doing something for mobile, and there we are using some API for mobile too. But mainly the main API is going to be in JavaScript. So you can connect from normal JavaScript, and it's a REST API. So JavaScript, but can be converted to any language you want.
Very cool. If there are any other questions, maybe we can just take a moment to see. You can add them in the chat here. And in general, during talks, it's great to put your questions in, and then we're actually going to be doing Q&As.
Yeah, let me mention that the circuits are in Circum, and it's important for Circum because for Circum having a project, a roll-up project, with these millions of transactions compiled and optimized and run on Circum, it's interesting. It's a graduation of Circum, I would say. So we're very happy to push in that direction.
Very cool. If there aren't any other questions here, I'm just going to check to make sure that it doesn't seem like there's any other questions here, but we are your session is set to start in about 13 minutes, but maybe do you want to just start it a little bit early? We could actually just bounce over there now.
Yeah, as you want. It's like for me, it's fine. If there is no question, no more questions, I can maybe I can switch the slides. It's a double set of slides.
Well, we would have to shut this one down.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. We go to the other side. Okay, but let's shut that down and let's move there. I don't know if
before we do that though. Oh, there is one more question that just popped up.
Oh, okay.
Will this Hermes or equivalent presentation be available on YouTube? Yeah, we will be releasing all videos on YouTube for sure. And maybe, Jordi, is there another video that like is maybe a bit more full on Hermes?
There are more videos. I hope that these ones, especially, well, this one is more generic and there is more, but especially I would like to the second one, the breakout session, to be published because it's going to be like very documental. I'm going to try to go a little bit deep there, so it will be good. And in any case, all the transparencies will be available. We will publish the link. Just stay tuned in the Twitter and the Telegram chat, and we will publish everything there. So yes, everything is going to be available.
Awesome. So we can go set up on the sessions, but before we do that, I just want to say one thing. I've had the request or question a number of times about where the videos from yesterday are. So they're not available on Hopin, but during the break in Gather, I've actually like queued up the videos in little objects in the room. So before the break, I'll tell you where to find them. If you're looking for yesterday's videos, you can take a peek at what you maybe missed or what you want to check out again. Cool. Okay, so we're going to sign off from this stage and head over to the sessions a little bit early. And then, yeah, we should be seeing you back here soon with Daniel from Kedit. Cool. See you in a bit.
Thank you.